In Japan, there's a number that strikes fear into the hearts of many, the number 4. But why? Well, in Japanese, all 4 sounds eerily similar to death, making it more than just a digit, it's an omen. Let me tell you about Haruto, a young man in Tokyo who learned this the hard way. Like many of us, he was skeptical of urban legends, spending his nights scrolling through forums filled with supernatural stories. That's when he found it, a mysterious phone number, 090-444-4444. 6 fours dancing menacingly on his screen. The legend was simple but chilling. Call the number and you'd set in motion a 7-day countdown to your own demise. Haruto scoffed at first. After all, it's just a number, right? But something about those repeated 4s kept pulling at his curiosity, like a dark whisper he couldn't ignore. One night, alone in his apartment, he finally gave in. His trembling fingers dialed the number. The line went dead, but that wasn't the end. It was just the beginning. A distorted voice, barely above a whisper, spoke his name through the static. His blood ran cold. That night, every phone in his apartment came alive, each display showing the same haunting sequence. 44444, 4444, 444. Sleep became impossible as the curse tightened its grip. By day 3, shadows began moving independently in his mirrors. Objects shifted without touch, and that whisper, that terrible whisper, followed him everywhere. On the 7th night, his neighbors heard screams that made their skin crawl. When they finally mustered the courage to check his apartment, Haruto was gone. All that remained was his phone, its screen casting an eerie glow displaying those 6 cursed 4s, 090-444-444. They say the number still exists, waiting patiently for someone brave or foolish enough to dial it. But here's the thing about curses. They don't need you to believe in them to work. Sometimes curiosity alone is enough to seal your fate. So next time you're scrolling through your phone late at night and you see a string of 4s, well, maybe it's better to just keep scrolling.